Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a rare Tuesday edition of Hockey Night on Hamilton as your Cambridge Rivulettes take on the visiting Ridley College Tigers for the first time this season. Folks, a reminder as always that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling, proudly servicing the Kitchener-Waterloo region of Wellington County. Call 519-230-FACE to reach a face you can trust. That's 519-230-3223. The Rivulettes are coming in off a 5-game weekend this past weekend in the Canada-USA Cup. Cambridge taking 4 of their 5 games and playing well. Coming in off regular season play, they split the last weekend, 1-1, losing at home 3-0 to the Whitby Wolves, and then winning on the road in Brampton 3-0 themselves. We'll see how the Rivulettes fare tonight against the Ridley College Tigers. In just a few moments, we'll send things over to arena announcer Kevin Warner as he gets us set for this Tuesday night edition of Hockey Night on Hamilton.
Welcome to Cambridge in the Preston Memorial Auditorium for tonight's game between the Ridley Tigers and your Cambridge Rivulettes. Referees, officials for tonight's game are referees Nate Portnage and Alan Robertson, linesmen Zach Gordon and Nolan Ruther. Lineup changes for tonight's game. Not dressed for Cambridge. Number 19, Lacey Rivers. Please add your lineup. Number 22, Marty Hall. Introducing the starting lineup of the visiting Ridley Tigers. On defense, number 10, McKenna Sire. On defense, number 22, Abigail Dingwall. Up forward, number 6, Morgan Notting. Up forward, number 27, Lily Laporte. Up forward, number 88, Juliana Bray. And starting in at number 70, Greer Cooper. And the rest of the Tigers. Head coach Amanda Work, assistant coaches Celeste Bissett, Julia Hutton, and Annie Sheridan. Introducing the starting lineup of your Cambridge Rivulettes. On defense, number 4, Reese Reed. On defense, number 7, Maddie Kim. At forward, number 10, Sarah Heller. At forward, number 12, Quinn Carswell. At forward, number 24, Micah Carswell. And starting in at number 33, Courtney Beaksman. And the rest of the Rivulettes. Head coach Jeff Hadaway, assistant coaches Rob Stewart, Kelly Pataki, Jonathan Petro, and Stacey McConnell. Athletic therapist Emily Lowry, and equipment manager Ron Hadaway. Please stand here for the game overview of your hats to the play.
Thank you for that lovely introduction, Kevin, as always. And folks, starting for the visiting Ridley College Tigers, number 6, Morgan Notting, number 10, McKenna Sire, number 22, Abigail Dingwell, number 27, Lily Laporte, and number 88, Juliana Ferre. In net for the Tigers, number 70, Greer Cooper, and starting for your Cambridge Rivulettes. On defense, number 4, Reese Reed, playing alongside number 7, Maddie Kim. On forward for the Rivulettes, number 10, Sarah Hillock, number 12, Quinn Carswell, and number 24, her sister, Micah Carswell. And in net for the Rivulettes, number 33, Courtney Beaksma. Tuesday night hockey here from the Memorial. It doesn't get any more strange than this as Kim plays it forward. And the Rivulettes gain possession first. That one's going to be flipped in by Laporte to the far corner. Kim quickly back to get the puck. Carswell can't clear the zone. Laporte plays it back to the blue line. Ferre with a shot off, but a good block by Reese Reed. Carswell picks up the loose puck. She'll carry it in. Slides it for Micah in the slot. And that'll bounce off into the corner. Ridley just able to clear the zone, but the Rivulettes quickly pick back up possession, and Micah Carswell will flip it into the far corner. Miller down low, tries to slide it up for D'Angelo. She has her stick lifted. It's kept in by Avery Randall. Miller back for Broderick. That shot along the ice. Steers aside by Cooper for her first save of the night. Morrissey able to chip it out and head for a chase as the rest of her team heads off for a line change. Randall back to pick up the puck for Cambridge. Stick explodes at center ice for Vera Mike Hamill. But the Tigers able to get a shot on. Beeksma makes the glove save and covers up for the first stoppage of play tonight, just a minute 37 into this first period. Neal with the face-off win. Burt plays it up the boards for her, but she'll get pinned up at the red line and chip at the length of the ice. Bourgeois picks it up down low. She can't do much with it. Mavis Strom finds it on her stick in the corner. Neal causing chaos behind the net. As Bourgeois able to clear it this time. Icing waved off. Beeks out of her net to play the puck. And Ristori will start things off from behind the goal. Burt winning the race to the puck. A loose puck down low as Burt gets taken down. And the Tigers once again able to clear the zone. That one flipped the length. Kim will race back and touch up for the icing call, sending a face-off all the way back down to the Ridley zone.
Oh, they knew that ahead of time? Okay.
Styles, D'Angelo, and Marley Hall on for the Rivulettes. Hall in the lineup tonight for the injured Lacey Rivers. She's out with an upper body injury. The Rivs will push things forward. A quick cross-ice pass finds Sadie D'Angelo's stick. D'Angelo in on net. All alone. Shut off. And a good save by Greer Cooper, but a penalty coming to the Tigers. 2-minute slashing call coming here to the visitors. And just like that, the Rivulettes will head on their first power play of the night. Me Day heading to the box. That puck squeaks out. Broderick able to keep it in, and Carswell will play it down into the corner. Quinn behind the net. Tries to flip it out. Broderick able to keep it in. Shut off! And that one's going to be hit some bodies in front of the net. Hillick pulls it out. The Tigers able to clear the zone. And Randall setting up from behind goal. She'll carry it out. Hillick up over center ice. She has her stick lifted and she'll have to retry. Broderick in over the blue line. She'll just poke it into the corner and head off for a change. Carrier unable to keep it in a minute through this power play. The Rivulettes unable to get much going as Mike enters the zone. Cross ice for Carrier. She can't handle it. That one will exit the zone. And Rivs struggling to get pucks on net on the man advantage. D'Angelo flipping it into the corner. Sharon taking it in hard to the boards. Carrier picks up the loose puck. That one's going to squeak out. And the Rivulettes running out of time here. 32 seconds left on the Cambridge power play. Ridley able to send it the length of the ice. And the Rivs will get one last rush. Kim from behind her net. Neal will flip it up off the boards. Her and D'Angelo can't connect. And Reed will just have to send it into the corner. A good penalty kill from the Ridley College Tigers. D'Angelo being held up down low. Tries to get it out for Neal. Neal poking it on net. Burn on the wraparound. Can't quite slide it past Cooper. Burt down at the end boards once again. She has her stick taken out of her hands. Kim able to keep it in for the time being. The Tigers fighting to clear the zone. And they'll do so. Picking up the puck is Juliana Ferre. Her shot blocked by Reed. The Rivs doing a good job keeping pucks away from their goaltenders. Reed gets taken down, but the arms stay down. Strome trying to poke it forward. Onto the ice is Miller. Miller entering the zone. She'll stop and wait for support. Miller in over the blue line. Has Randall trailing. Finds her. Cross for Broderick. Broderick walking in. Shot off. Good shoulder save from Cooper. Is going to keep this a 0-0 game. 6 minutes into this first period. Good puck movement from the Rivulettes so far, but the Tigers able to keep things out of their zone. Relentlessly setting the puck down the length of the ice. We remain scoreless. Broderick back for Randall. She gives it back. Broderick with a shot off. That one's tipped up over the net. And that puck will squeak by Maren Broderick. The Rivulet defense able to get back in time as Miller chips it into the corner and heads off for a rest. Into the zone comes Kara. The Rivulettes quickly take back possession. As Randall carries it out. Can't quite find Hall. And it'll head the length for icing. So we've got a face-off coming back down to the Rivulette zone. 13:04 on the clock here in this first period. Brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling. Face you can trust. Styles on the draw for Cambridge. Dingwell. The Tigers. And will be picked up by Micah Carswell. And over the blue line. Has Quinn cutting on net as Quinn gets taken down heading towards the goal. Tigers look to carry it into the Rivulet zone. Morrissey pulling it out of the scrum. She's cutting to the center of the ice. Gets her back in. Morrissey! Backhand flip just wide of the goal. And Carswell now finds Ristori. Ristori with one to beat. Walking in. Kenna Ristori's shot off. And a good save from Greer Cooper. A face-off coming inside the Rivulet zone as she covers up. Cambridge starting to get pucks on goal. Again, Cambridge 4-1 on the weekend in the Canada USA Cup. A good sign for the Rivulettes as we are in the home stretch of this 2025 season. D'Angelo sends it to the far boards for Sharon. Finds back on her stick. The puck knocked out. Kim able to keep it in. Kim sends it on goal. Miller picks it up. Miller and D'Angelo just unable to connect. D'Angelo tries to get it to the slot. Sharon fending off two Ridley College attackers, but back comes Ridley. A 3-on-1. Shot from the right side. Beastman makes the first save and the second. Good job by Beaksman to square up as Ferre didn't have anything to shoot at. Reed chipping it in from the red line. Things getting feisty over at the Ridley bench, and the Tigers going to be heading on another penalty kill. Good composure from Reese Reed as she took a fist to the face.
Oh, I didn't see the number.
2-minute roughing call coming to number 6, Morgan Notting. The Rivulettes on their second power play of the game. Broderick at the blue line. Cross ice for Randall. She'll take that one off the hop. Randall tries to slide it out front. Burt able to get down in time, and Neal has it behind the goal. Out front for Broderick. Broderick's shot into the shoulder of Cooper. She covers up and makes a nice save. Neal on the draw. Restoring Carrier at the blue line for Cambridge. Story finds it off the face-off, but can't quite handle that pass. And the Rivs will have to start in their own end. Ristori, room to skate. Puck falls off her stick. She'll head back. Neal can't quite take it off the boards. With poked forward by Strome, and the Tigers able to clear the zone. Burt in on the right side. Rachel Burt cutting on goal. Shot off. That's up over the shoulder of Cooper, but over the net. D'Angela in on the attack. That one's kept in at the blue line by Reed. D'Angela, cross ice. Finds Kim. Kim. Her shot's tipped. Styles can't quite get a glove on it. And the Rivs have it down low. Styles in the corner, taken down. Finds D'Angela. Cross for Reed. Reed. Over to Kim. Kim on the one-timer. Cooper with the pad save. 30 seconds remain in the penalty to Notting. Styles from down low. Up for D'Angelo. Reed for Kim. Kim from a sharp angle. Shot on Cooper. Makes no mistake and covers up for another face-off. Cambridge with 17 seconds remaining on this power play. Testing Cooper as we cross the halfway mark of this first period. Hillick kicks it to her feet. Carswell's pass covered up by Cooper. And we'll try things again. Face-off whistle down. Far side by the linesman, and Micah Carswell will step in for the draw. The face-off won by Carswell. Broderick on the one-timer. Cooper with the pad save. The putback misses wide. The Tigers unable to clear the zone. So we return 5-on-5. Broderick fumbling around at the blue line. Her shot misses wide. But Ridley with momentum. Not for long as that one's picked up by the Rivulettes, but they'll give it right back. Nodding straight onto the ice out of the box. Carswell's got it in the corner. Carswell. Out for Hillick. Hillick kicks it to her feet and can't get a shot off. Carswell will tip that one the length and complete a full 5 change for the Rivulettes. Nice pass up for Notting in the offensive zone. Has one to beat. Kicks it to her feet. But Emerson Miller quickly back on the takeaway. Miller looks cross ice. Dingwall with a shot off. That one under the glove of Beeksma, but misses wide. Miller up for D'Angela. Sadie D'Angela in. Has it knocked off her stick by Dingwall. Rivulettes pressing. Story chip that in from center ice. The Rivs regain possession. D'Angelo taken down. As Dingwall pulls it out of the scrum, she'll send it in from the red line. Story beat to the puck. Kept in by Ridley. Bourgeois can't handle it. Neal finds Strome. Unfortunately, the Rivs give it right back as Laporte takes a blow from Mavis Strome. In the middle of the ice. Remains 5-on-5 with 7:20 remaining in this first period as it gets sent in, and the Tigers falling down everywhere. And it looks to be a penalty coming to Ridley College once again. Cambridge playing around with the puck. They'll be heading on their third power play as Burt gets sprung on a one-on-one. Rachel Burt in. Her backhand tip just wide. Burt down low. And as the Tigers touch up, Cambridge going to be going on their third power play this period. It's tough to get that one out of my mouth. Not quite sure. Another 2-minute roughing call. Number 27, Lily Laporte, and tempers getting the better of the Ridley College Tigers. Cambridge 0 for 2 on the power play thus far. We'll look to change that here and open up the scoring. D'Angelo at the blue line. Cross ice for Kim. Kim can't get the shot off, but she'll play it deep into the corner for Stiles. Miller with the block. Stiles pokes it out front. D'Angelo picks it up and slows things down. Reed walks in. She shoots. Tiger able to step in the way of that. And Stiles picks up the loose puck. Cooper able to get a stick on it. Good stick lift from D'Angelo. Reed walking the line. Stepping in. She'll circle back. Cross ice for Kim. Maddie Kim walking in. Shot along the ice. D'Angelo finds the loose puck and can't quite get a shot off as that one's sent all the way down. Beeks out of her net to play the puck. 6 minutes remaining in this first period. Rivulettes halfway through this third power play. 0-0 game here from the Memorial as Broderick doesn't like what she sees. She circles back, sets it up again. Hillock chips it in, but it's picked up quickly by the Tigers. Broderick able to keep it in. Finds Randall. Randall makes a move. Walks in. Shot off. Cooper with the first save. Carswell can't bang it away. And Hillock will pick it up down low. Micah in the corner. Back for Randall. Randall finds Hillock. Across from Broderick. One-timer and a good pad save from Cooper. Good puck movement from the Rivulettes on this power play. Down low for Micah. Quinn picks it up in the corner, rings it around for her tall defenseman. Randall. Cross ice for Hillock. She gets it back. Randall's shot. Tipped. That finds the back of the net. Quinn Carswell tips it in for goal one on the night. It's 1-0 Cambridge. As time expires on the penalty for Laporte, the Rivulettes take a 1-0 lead. Quinn Carswell on the tip. On the doorstep makes a save as the Tigers quickly try to tie this thing up. Ristori trying to poke it out of the zone. She has it taken off her stick. And the Rivs now back in their own zone. Carrier on the giveaway. Laporte to the forehand. Shut off. Beeksma with a good save. Can't hang on. And the Tigers just send it off into the corner. Back to the blue line. Shut off as Beeksma makes the pad save. She'll cover this one up. And we'll have a face-off coming inside the Rivulet zone. 4:20 remaining in this first period. Cambridge leading 1-0 off the goal from Quinn Carswell. Her third season with the Rivulettes. A veteran presence on this team. Boy, she's been big this year. Strom finds Burt. Burt has it knocked off her stick entering the zone. Strom makes a move and is able to keep it in. Neal sending it in low. Strom out front, shot off, but a good save by Cooper. Tips that one up over the net. Neal picks up the loose puck. Running around. And Power unable to tip it out as Reed controls the puck. Reed getting to the center of the ice. Plays it for Kim. Kim on the shot. Good save from Cooper. 3:30 remain in this first period. Tigers on a full line change. Burt enters the zone. Stops. Has picked off her stick. But Randall able to get there in time. Dingwall will chip it in from the blue line. Sharon with a little touch pass picked up by Dingwall. Play it back in. D'Angela catching a snowy puck. And the Rivs struggling to exit the zone. Laporte from below her goal line. Trying to carry it out herself. Cambridge doing a good job. Applying pressure on the forecheck. Broderick has the stick ripped out of her hand. The Tigers looking to move forward, but the Rivulettes with other plans. And Carswell finding a spurt of energy here on the forecheck. That one kept in by Hillock. Hillock on the left side has Carswell out front. Hillock with a shot off. Brings that one off the post. Carswell trying to tap it in on the doorstep. The Ridley net falls off with 1:52 remaining. Cambridge hanging on to that 1-goal lead as we near the end of this first period. Rivulettes will be back at home this Friday. 7 o'clock game time as usual. And then another weekend off for Cambridge. Before a Friday game at home and a Saturday on the road. Does it before the holidays. Story's shot from the blue line on goal. It's Cooper. Makes the initial save. Can't find it, but it ends up in her pads. Covers up for another faceoff. 1:32 remaining in this first period. Face-off won by Cambridge. Carrier from the ring out line. Shot off. He's going to miss wide. Neal able to keep it in, and it looks as though a penalty coming to Ava Strom, the Rivulettes first of the night. A head contact penalty. Pardon me. That's heading to Lola Timmons of the Ridley College Tigers. 2-minute head contact penalty. Ridley's fourth on the period. 4-minute head contact. Cambridge will end the period on a power play. Neal picking up the puck down low. Tries to play it out front, but Cooper able to get a stick on it. There's that one sent out and all the way down the ice. Kim up over the red line, makes a move entering the zone. Has Strom cutting in on net. Kim slides that one towards goals. Cooper makes the first save. net off in the Ridley zone. That shot on, but Cooper will cover up. 37 seconds remain in this first period. Cambridge leading 1-0 off the goal from Quinn Carswell. Miller Styles Sharon on the ice for Cambridge. Reed and Kim manning the blue line. So that one's won back cleanly. Reed unable to handle it. She's in a race for the puck. Reed nearly has her pocket picked down low. Good pressure there from Ferry. Reed up for Styles. She can't handle it. Poked into the zone by Ridley. Kim quick to get back and evade disasters. 10 seconds remain in this first period. Styles up over the left side. Ridley will send that one down the ice, and that'll do it for the first period here from the Preston Memorial Auditorium. And folks, as always, tonight's intermission is brought to you by Drains Are Us Plumbing, serving homes and businesses across the Kitchener-Waterloo region of Wellington County with fast and reliable service. Call 519-654-0007 for all your plumbing needs. That's 519-654-0007. We'll see you back here in 12.
That's good what count for something.
Welcome back to second period action, folks, from the Preston Memorial Auditorium. Reminder, as always, that today's broadcast is brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling, proudly servicing the Kitchener-Waterloo region of Wellington County. Call 519-230-FACE to reach a face you can trust. That's 519-230-3223. The Rivulettes take a 1-0 lead into the second period after Quinn Carswell scored just past the halfway mark of that first frame on a tipped shot from the side. Cambridge getting pucks on net, just unable to squeak much by Greer Cooper. Beaksma, perfect through one. She'll look to keep it that way through the next 20 minutes. Micah fighting down low. She's got Quinn with her. Back to the blue line for Broderick. She'll play across ice. Randall has that one taken away, but Ferre just couldn't quite hang on. Good hustle back from Hillock to get there in time. Stop the forward momentum. Hillock tripped up crossing the red line. Tigers will pick up that puck. Dingwall ringing it around the boards. It's kept in by Broderick. Micah down low for Quinn. Quinn rings it around for Broderick. Broderick has that shot tipped. She keeps it in. Tries to play it down low. The Rivulettes get a change. Orsi trying to make a move on Carrier. She'll get a stick on it. Story now from below the goal line. The Rivulettes starting this period on a power play after the 4-minute head contact call to Lola Timmons at the end of the period. Minute 22 remaining in that power play. Carrier fighting the puck tonight. A little bit of snow getting in the way. And the Rivs will restart. Carrier on the puck carrier. Story can't quite handle it. It's picked up. Story takes it right back. A good forecheck here from the Tigers. Story stops. She finds Strome up the left side. A nice move. She'll play it back to the far side of the ice for Neal. Neal can't quite find it. It's kept in by Strome. And the Rivs have possession in the offensive zone as Burt hangs on to it on the right side. That one sent all the way down the ice by May Campbell. 25 seconds remaining on the Rivulet power play. Beaksman with the stretch pass up ice. Miller in a 2-on-0. She's got Sharon to her right. Miller with a shot off. Finds the stomach of Cooper, who doesn't quite hang on, but a quick whistle from the refs. Blow play dead. 2.5 minutes into the second period. 16 seconds remaining on the power play for Cambridge. Miller, shot off, just up over the glove of Cooper, but misses wide. Reed for Kim. Kim walking in, shot off, Cooper. Another chest save. On the draw. Tigers with the win, but Miller gets it right back as time expires on the penalty. Sean taking it down low. Hounded by Dingwell. The Rivs able to take it back. D'Angela on the takeaway. Sadie D'Angela in the slot. Can't quite find the stick. And she's going to get a penalty coming. And then another retaliation by Laporte. They're both going to be gone. We'll see what this is for. Ridley unable to keep their composure as D'Angela's going to head to the box, as will Lily Laporte, and the officials talking this over. It will be interesting to see what they come up with. Is that Laporte's second retaliation penalty on the game? Here comes word from the referees. Speaking with the timekeepers. Appears to be a 4-minute penalty on Laporte, 2 to D'Angela. So the Tigers will serve a 2-minute penalty kill. Rivulettes had on the power play once again. Cambridge, another power play. Their 5th of the game. Looking to make it 2-0. Randall with the shot off, but a good save from Cooper. As Dingwell sends a Rivulet into that. Broderick comes in. Tempers are flaring here in Cambridge. And things getting out of hand here as we start this second period. Broderick heading to the box for Cambridge after sticking up for her teammate. Dingwell heading into the sin bin for Ridley. The Tigers running out of players on their bench. 2-minute roughing penalty coming to Cambridge? Tough to tell. Looks like it'll remain 5-on-4. Face-off coming out of the zone. Cambridge still on the power play for 1:50. Burt gets run through the boards and another penalty coming to Ridley. The Tigers going to go down 5-on-3. 2-minute roughing penalty coming to Morgan Notting, her second of the game, and an unsportsmanlike coming. Ridley with 7 penalties on the night through just 23 minutes and change. Cambridge trying to find a way to take advantage. A 4-minute penalty coming to Ridley. And the Rivs are on a 5-on-3. Ristori walking in. Styles from a sharp angle. Pad saved by Cooper. That one high up off the glass and out of the zone. Ristori racing for the puck. So able to get there in time. Kenner Ristori with room to skate. Up over the blue line on the right side. Takes it down low. Story will keep. Back to the blue line. Plays it in for Styles. And that one flipped up offside on her. And we'll have a face-off coming outside the Ridley zone. 1:11 remaining in the 5-on-3. Hillock and the Carswells on for Cambridge. Reed and Kim on defense. Bouncing puck's a problem tonight for Cambridge as Reese Reed carries it in on the right side. Reed. Back for Kim. Kim walking the line. Finds Hillock. Hillock back to Reed. Reed down low for Carswell. Micah pokes it out front. Quinn couldn't get a stick on it, and the Rivs have it at the blue line. Reed, back for Kim. Kim from the left side, shot off, tipped on. Quinn poking away at it. And Cooper will cover up for another face-off. Full change for Ridley. They're still down 5-on-3 in the next 35 seconds. Slow change for the Tigers. As Kara ends up in the face-off dot. Reed at the blue line. Reed walking. Cross for Quinn. Carswell can't handle. Reed from the blue line, shot off. And Cooper with a good glove save. A little oomph behind that shot from Maurice Reed. As the Rivulettes off for a full change. Miller, Sharon, and Burt. Story and Randall onto the ice for Cambridge. Kara's still on the faceoff for Ridley. Miller with another faceoff win. Story walking the line. Finds Burt. Burt tries to get one across for Randall. Randall on the loose puck. As her shot tipped, but the Rivs regain possession. Story at the blue line. 10 seconds on the 5-on-3. Burt cross for Randall. Randall can't handle the one-timer. And the Tigers able to send it all the way down the ice. As Cambridge heads onto a 5-on-4 for the next 2:16. Laporte jumps onto the ice. Miller up over the blue line. Emerson Miller on the slap shot. Rips that one just wide. Carrier for Story. Across for Burt. Burt sends that one towards goal. It misses wide. Reed able to keep it in. Finds Burt on the blue line. Burt in for Reed. Reed slides it on. That one tipped just wide. Sharon getting a stick on it. Sharon back to the blue line for Reed. Reed stops. Walks in. Wrist shot off. Off the head of Miller. And that one's going to exit the zone. Reed in a race for the puck with Laporte. Reed able to get there in time. Finds Neal. Neal into the zone. Has Strome trailing. Leaves it for even Strome with a shot off up over the head of Cooper. 1:20 remain on the Rivulet power play. Cambridge leading 1-0 as Kim unable to keep it in the zone. And it'll be chipped in by Kara. Randall up with speed. Has Strome cutting in on goal. Styles with her. Randall sends it out front. It's going to head the length as the net comes off. We'll have a face-off coming inside the Ridley zone. 55 seconds remaining on the Rivulet 5-on-3. 5-on-4, pardon me. Cambridge now 0 for 6 on the power play tonight. Up just 1-0. Quinn Carswell's goal, the lone goal in this first period. 13:38 remaining in the second. Face-off won by Cambridge. Neal back for Randall. One more pass to Kim. Kim walking in. Cross for Styles. Styles can't quite get a stick on it. Good puck movement there from the Rivulettes, but the Tigers bring it back the other way. Juliana Ferre chipping it in deep. Ferre picks it up. Kim will take it away. Up for Neal. Neal stops. Styles. Cross for Kim. Kim in front. Kim. A loose puck out front. Strome batting away at it as Cooper covers up. Tempers flaring out front again. It looks like this time will be penaltyless. The official has a whistle in his mouth ready to go. But it remains 5-on-4. 19 seconds left on the penalty to Notting. Face-off won by Hillock. Carrier at the ring-out line. Tries to slide it towards goal. Quinn bats away at it. Cooper will cover up. 11 seconds left. Face-off won by Hillock. Dingwell finds it on her stick. Mariners have possession. Carswell back to the blue line. Story at the blue line. Shot off! Cooper takes that one off the mask as we return to 5-on-5. Good penalty killing from the Tigers tonight. Cambridge 0 for 7. Trying to find a way to break this game open, just up 1. But the Tigers not getting a whole lot going. A sense of pressure on Cambridge. Carswell sends it cross ice without a Rivulette in the area. Quinn Carswell chips it to the middle of the ice. And the Rivs will have to regroup again. Carrier back in time. She'll play it back for the story. 11:50 remaining. The second period brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling. Face you can trust. So the Rivs head for a full change, and Kim, the lone Rivulet back, being chased by Ferre. Kim will get taken into the boards. Good takeaway from Ridley. Styles now up over the right side. She'll poke it to the middle of the ice. Hall tries to pick it up, can't quite handle it. Good burst of speed there from the Rivulet call up. Styles has it in the offensive zone. Finds Burt. Burt walking in. Shut off, and Cooper makes the glove save. Quiet night here at the Gardens tonight. Just 19,460 the official attendance coming in from the office. The weather could be a big part of that, along with a rare Tuesday game for the Rivulettes, as mentioned. Kim from the ring line gets a shot off. The Tigers able to step in the way of that and give it right back. Linton rings it around the boards. Reed unable to get there in time. She's back in the race with the puck. Bruce Reed all the way down to her own corner. Able to get there just in time and poke it across for Kim. Reed kicks it to her stick. Stops. Finds Hall. Miller in over the blue line. Tries to play it to the middle of the ice. Sharon will just poke it off into the corner. Sharon on the near boards. Sends that one off a pair of skates. McMillan, the puck carrier, trying to evade Miller, fighting from her knees. The Tigers send it all the way in. McMillan able to keep it in. Sharon pokes it forward and just up into the Ridley bench. An unfortunate break there for the third-year forward. Sharon had room to skate if that one stayed in. Cambridge leading 1-0. We crossed the halfway mark of this second period and the halfway mark of the game. Shot from the blue line by Bourgeois. Hits Strom in the foot. She's shaken up. We'll head off for a break. The Rivulettes move forward, but Ridley College quickly sends it back in. We'll keep an eye on the developing Strom situation. Laporte keeps it in on the near boards. Neal forward for Burt. She makes a move, but can't hang on to the puck. Cambridge getting sloppy clearing the zone. Was Neal able to do so, but the Tigers have possession. Laporte loses it. Neal carries it into the zone. Neal from the left side. Sends it out front. Beresford the only one in sight. Quinn batting it in. Micah can't find it. Hillick from the slot. Knocked off the puck. Tigers' physical style of play. Wreaking havoc on the Rivulettes. Micah Carswell now back to retrieve the puck down low. Reed in her own corner, getting pinned up by Camel. Carrier able to send it off the boards. She has her stick lifted aggressively. Tigers bring it back the other way. Hillick getting a stick on it. Kept in by Morrissey. Bit of back and forth action here. Ridley with their first real pressure of the night on the Rivulettes. So that one misses wide off the glove of Kim. The Tigers send it up ice. Marley Hall racing for the puck. Dingwall back for the Tigers, and she gets there just in time. Good effort by Hall as Neal sneaks in for support. Randall cross ice. And a battle for the puck on the near boards. Stiles picks it up. Randall's pass intercepted. And Beeksma will have to cover up. .6:33 remaining in the second period. Cambridge still up 1-0. Penalties the name of the game tonight for the Tigers. 7 on the evening to just 2 for Cambridge. But Cambridge 0 for 7. Looking to change that before the end of the night. It'll be played in by Linton. D'Angelo up over the red line and into the offensive zone. She makes a move. D'Angelo with a shot off up over the helmet of Cooper. Carrier able to keep it in. Pulled out of the scrum by Ridley. Cambridge quickly takes it back. Sharon enters the zone. She's got it on the right boards. In for Miller. Miller makes a move. Leaves it for D'Angelo. D'Angelo to her forehand. Can't quite get the shot off. Miller gets beat up in the slot. Ristori hooked. The arms stay down. And Quinn Carswell finds the puck down low. Micah in with her. Micah leaves it for Quinn. Quinn walking in. Tries to slide across ice. Probably had the shot. But the Rivulettes quickly take it back. Quinn Carswell on the takeaway. Kim carrying it in. Maddie Kim in on the right side. Leaves it for Carswell. Carswell can't find it. Hillick batting away at it, and that one's going to find its way into the corner. Carswell, cross ice for Reed. She can't handle it, and the Rivs will slow things down. Hillick cycling it down low for Quinn. Out front for Micah. And out comes Ridley in a one-on-one. Laporte in on Reed. Reed steps in the way and takes it off Laporte's stick. Springs Burt. Burt in and all alone. Burt to her backhand. Shut off. As Burt gets taken down on the breakaway. And the Rivulettes going to be getting a penalty shot. Rachel Burt heading to the dot. A fantastic find from Reed. As Burt picks up speed over the blue line and gets taken down and on the breakaway. Rachel Burt, probably the number one person the Rivs would want taking this penalty shot. A shootout specimen. One overtime winner on a breakaway already this year. One penalty shot goal for Burt. Looking for a second. We'll see what she can do here. And slowly on the right side, Burt picking up speed. Fakes the shot, gets her backhand, but a fantastic toe save from Cooper. Keeps this a 1-0 game. A nifty little move from Rachel Burt. She can't slide it past the tinkling toes of Greer Cooper. Yeah. 4:35 remaining in the second period. Rivulettes still leading 1-0. A puck out front. deflected before it reaches Neal's stick as Morrissey carries it into the offensive zone. She'll play it deep into the corner for Kamel. Kamel back to the blue line. Bourgeois with a shot off. That misses wide. Bieksma holds her post. Can't cover up. And loose puck picked up by her Story. She gets taken down. Strome chipping it in at the blue line. Burt hard in on the forecheck. Hungry for a goal after that penalty shot attempt. That one under the stick of Randall, and she'll have to win the race as she always does. Hall able to clear the zone. It's taken off her stick, and Timmins will step offside. 3:37 left in the second period from Preston. Cooper doing a wonderful job keeping the Tigers in this game. Stiles can't find the front of the net. Carrier at the blue line. In for Quinn. Quinn on goal. Cooper steers it aside. Stiles gets taken down, and another penalty coming to Ridley College. A cross check coming to number 44, Lola Timmins. Got her second of the night as well. The trio of 2 penalty girls for Ridley College. Timmins heading off the ice. Not sure what for. Cross-checking penalty. It appears she's been sent out of the game. Five-minute major for Lola Timmins. She'll be out for the game. Miller gets taken in from behind. Ridley continuing to play aggressively. And Miller going to be getting called for a penalty in the corner. She was pinned up. A little frustration coming out of Emerson Miller. The Rivulettes quickly down to a 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. However, they will regain a power play. Due to the 5-minute major. Bourgeois. Shot misses wide. Hillick gets there first. Battle for the puck. Randall there as well. As the puck squeaks out, Rivulettes carry it forward. Sadie D'Angela in over the red line. She'll carry it in. Makes a move. Can't quite hang on. Kim hits the ice entering the zone. D'Angela stops. D'Angela taken down in the corner. Nodding stops and turns it around as Hillick chases. Rivulette's got a change. Story with a stick on the puck. D'Angelo can't quite handle it. It's Ferry. He'll send it just wide. Story being held up. Giveaway from the Rivulettes, but Carswell finds it. Looks it forward for a second as Laporte enters the zone. Laporte walking in. Shot off. Bieksma with the glove save. Laporte on the putback. Bieksma stands strong. That one sent into the far corner. Carswell pokes it out. Quinn in a race for the puck. Dingwall able to get there first. Kim gives it away. 1:08 remaining in the second period. 28 seconds left. And the penalty to Miller. Sharon for the slot. Here's slap shot. Catches the stomach of a Tiger. She appears to be okay. A little shaken up on the shot. Might have caught the end of Jenna Sharon's stick. The Rivulettes will return to the power play in just 21 seconds before the end of the period. Neil Strom, Kim, and Reed on for Cambridge. Reed trying to flip it in from the blue line. That one will be up over the Rivulette bench. Face-off coming inside the Ridley zone. Neil wins it back. Reed shot on. Neil tips it just wide. Linton unable to clear the zone. The Strom keeps it in. They have a Strom on the left side. Shot off. Cooper makes the save and covers up. 4-on-4 for one more second. The Rivulettes will have a 38-second power play to end this period. Neal gets to the puck. Reed, cross ice for Burt. Graves up 5-on-4. Burt sends that one towards goal. Neal pokes away at it. Burt on the shot. And a good blocker save from Cooper. Reed, cross for Burt. 22 seconds remain. Burt walking in. Tries to find Kim. That one knocked away. Down for Strom. She just hangs on, gets it back for Reed. Reed, shot from the blue line, tipped wide. Cooper never saw it. Strom from the goal line, shot on, misses through the crease. And as time expires in this period, the Rivulettes will take a 1-0 lead heading into the third period. Folks, a reminder as always that tonight's intermission is brought to you by Drains or Us Plumbing, serving homes and businesses across the Kitchener-Waterloo region in Wellington County with fast and reliable service. Call 519-654-0007 for all your plumbing needs. That's 519-654-0007. Welcome back to the third period here from the Preston Memorial Auditorium. As the Rivulettes lead the Ridley College Tigers 1-0. Reminders always that today's broadcast is brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling, proudly servicing the Kitchener-Waterloo region of Wellington County. Call 519-230-FACE to reach a Face you can trust. That's 519-230-3223. Quinn Carswell, still the lone goal scorer on the night here at the Memorial. For 1 goal the difference. The Rivulettes up 1-0. They begin this third period on the power play as they've been on much of the game. 25 penalty minutes to the Tigers thus far this evening on 8 penalties, including a 5-minute major, 3 double minors. Strom into zone, has Burt cutting on net, finds her, Burt, backhand, glove saved by Cooper. A quick start for the Rivulettes, but Cooper keeps this just a 1-goal game. Cooper been sensational for the Tigers tonight. Cambridge dominating the time of possession here in Preston, with just 1 goal to show for it. Randall will slow things down and start from behind her own net. Broderick entering the zone. In on the left side, pokes out on goal. Neal can't get a stick on it. Randall picks it up. Finds Burt. Burt back for Randall. Randall to Broderick. Broderick. As Randall fans on the puck. It'll be sent down by Dingwall. Minute 15 remaining in the Rivulette power play. As the Tigers keep that out of the zone. Nerves will try to enter once again. Reed, cross ice for Sharon. Finds her. Sharon losing it in her feet, but Hillick picks up the loose puck. And Reed chips it in. D'Angelo, first to the puck. Back to the blue line. Reed, cross for Kim. Kim walking in. Maddie Kim with a shot off. That one's blocked. Reed pinching, keeping it in, but the Tigers able to knock it out. D'Angelo back into the zone. Sharon cutting in on goal. D'Angelo will lose that into the corner. Sharon from down low. Hillick camped out front. The Rivulettes have it at the blue line. Reed across for D'Angelo. 20 seconds remain on the Rivulette power play. D'Angelo, shot off. Cooper with another blocker save. She'll cover up. And we've got another face-off. 15 seconds remain in the Rivulette power play. Just 2 minutes into this third period. Cambridge still leading 1-0. Once again, as mentioned, we'll be back Friday night, bringing you all the action. 7 o'clock game time here from the Preston Memorial Auditorium. And then another weekend off for the girls. Quinn Carswell is taken down in the corner. But the Rivs have it at the blue line. Styles. Fans on the pass. She'll keep it down low. Slides it for Micah. That one squeaks out. It's going to head down the ice. And we'll return to 5-on-5. The Rivulettes 0 for 8 on the power play tonight. Had their fair share of shots. Just can't slide anything past Cooper. Styles picks up the loose puck. Plays it out front. Cooper will cover up. Quinn Carswell crashing the net. The Rivulettes doing a good job getting under the skin of the Tigers this evening. Again, drawing 8 penalties. It's been few and far between moments without someone in the box for Ridley. Cambridge, on the other hand, staying composed. Just 3 penalties for them tonight. Neal from the slot off the face-off. Rips that one high and wide. Good shot from Ella Neal off the draw. Kept in by Broderick. Miller tries to get it back to the blue line. It's picked up by Ridley. Out comes Ivy Morrissey. She'll play it in from the red line. Randall wins the race to the puck. The Tigers able to get a shot towards goal. Miller stepping in the way. Broderick's pass going to exit the zone. Head all the way. Icing waved off. The Rivulettes will get a full change. That one sent the length of the ice for icing as Reed touches up. And we'll have a face-off coming down to the Ridley College zone. Styles on the face-off. She wins that one with a little help from Jenna Sharon. And the Tigers able to come away with the puck. Styles picks it up down low and catches a sticky puck in the corner. Bad break for Lauren Styles. She finds it once again. Styles for Kim. That one played in deep. Burt able to hold the line. And Ridley touches up in a dangerous area. And flick it up over their bench. Face-off coming inside Ridley's zone. 4 minutes into the third period. Cambridge leading 1-0 off the lone first period goal from Quinn Carswell. Who will find the score sheet next? Cambridge love to make it 2-0, but Ridley looking to spoil the party and tie it up. Carrier back in as Hall gets there. Her centering pass picked off. And in come the Tigers. Ferre chipping it in deep. Story back. Laporte on the takeaway. Slides that one out front. Miller gets a stick on it, and Ristori will carry it out with room to skate. 3-on-2. She'll flip it off and head for a change. Hall enters the zone. Gets tangled up. A good play by the Ridley defense. The Strome gets elbowed into the boards. Avery Randall will carry it in on the far side. Randall tries to send that one out front. It's picked up by the Tigers. And Carswell with a move. She gets taken down. Broderick able to keep it in. More physical play coming from the Tigers. The referees seem to put their whistles away for the night as Laporte walks in. She'll stop and slow things down. That one gonna head all the way down. Randall, just a formality back. She'll touch up, and we'll have a face-off coming all the way back to the Ridley zone. 14:26 left in this Tuesday night game. Still waiting on the concession to open up here at Memorial. A pro tip is to head to the nearby Galaxy Cinemas at the Cambridge Center and pick up a medium popcorn. Add some salt and butter. And that'll put a smile on your face all night long. D'Angelo's pass gets all the way back down the ice. Randall gives it away. Ridley on the takeaway. And the Tigers find the back of the net. Vera May Camel topping it in. It's 1-1 here in Cambridge with just 14 minutes remaining in the third period. And it's a tie hockey game. On just their 12th shot of the night. To Cambridge's 35. The Tigers have tied it at 1. Rivulettes starting to lose focus. Ridley College trying to shock the city. Rachel Burt sends it out front. That one's taken away. Burt gets taken down and the arm goes up, and Cambridge will be heading on another power play. Their 9th of the game. 2-minute tripping call coming to Sophia McMillan. Just like that, the Rivulettes will head on a 2-minute power play. Power play hasn't been friendly to Cambridge tonight. Strength in numbers. Burt has it at the ringette line. Burt, shot on. That one tipped. Cooper with a good pad save. Burt able to keep it in. It's taking it hard from behind. The Tigers continuing their aggressive play. And Ridley able to clear the zone. Things starting to get loud on an otherwise short bench for the Tigers. Strom up over center ice. It's knocked off the puck. And Ferre will send it back in. Pardon me, I spoke too soon as D'Angelo takes it away. Sadie D'Angelo bringing it down low. Has it in the corner. Neal camped out front. D'Angelo out front for Neal. Toe save from Cooper. And the Tigers will send it back. Greer Cooper having the night of her life. Stiles pokes it down low. Ristori walking in. Catches a rolling puck. Unlucky for Kendra Ristori. But she finds D'Angelo. D'Angelo to the slot. Shot off. That one's tipped wide. Stiles gets a stick on it. 40 seconds remain in the Rivulette power play. Ristori. Cross for D'Angelo. Cross ice. That puck taken away by Laporte. Ristori able to get a stick on it and slow things down. The Rivulettes running out of time on this power play. D'Angelo into the zone. Has Neal trailing. Stops. Loses the puck. That one poked forward by Van Kamel. And the Rivulette pass going to head the length for icing. 6 seconds remaining. On the penalty to McMillan. Face-off coming inside the Cambridge zone. .11:40 remaining in the game. 1-1 here from Cambridge. Bourgeois able to keep it in. Randall tries to make a move, loses it in a dangerous area. Poked out by D'Angelo. Carswell racing for it. Carswell poking it in deep. Carswell trying to pin it up down low. She pokes it out front. Hillick picks up the puck. Can't get that one on net. Hillick out for Carswell. That one batted away by Bryn Power. And the Rivulettes will have to restart from the neutral zone. Reed sending it in from the red line. Micah giving chase. Down low for Hillick. She can't get a piece of it. Carswell in the wraparound. Micah batting away on it. Finds the back of the net. Micah Carswell takes a 2-1 lead. Cambridge. The goal waved off as the net was off its post. Gut wrencher for the Rivulettes as Micah Carswell popped that one up over the head of Greer Cooper, but it is not going to count. Bad break for the Rivulettes. They thought they had taken the lead. Cooper hangs on with her glove. 10:16 remaining in this third period. It's still a 1-1 game. Good game tonight for that line. The line of Carswell sisters and Sarah Hillick. Face off won by Strom. Sharon stops. That's her feet taken out from under her. The Rivs down low. Burt tries to get it out front. Pass fanned on. It's kept in by Kim. Strom picks up the loose puck. Strom down low. I went out for Sharon on the one-timer. This is wide. Sharon gets held up to the boards. Strom picks it up. Tries to take it on goal. And Cooper will cover up on the side of the net as Burt gets taken down. Another penalty coming to Ridley. Penalty to number 22, Abigail Dingwell, her second of the game. The Rivs go on another 2-minute power play courtesy of Rachel Burt. Story, across for Carrier. She sends that one on goal. It'll be tipped just wide. D'Angelo for Ristori. In for Miller. Miller on the forehand. Cooper with the save. Ristori back for D'Angelo. D'Angelo. It's off a pair of skates. Miller tries to poke it on net. But Cooper covers up in time. A little face off inside the Ridley zone. 9:08 left in this third period. 30 seconds into the Cambridge power play. 1-1 game here from the Memorial. Brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling. Face. A face you can trust. It's time to heat up for the Rivulettes. D'Angelo walks in. Shot off. Up over the net. Kept in by Randall. Broderick across for D'Angelo. That one hops over her. Still she'll play it back for Randall. Randall shoots. Into the chest of Cooper. She'll cover up. Ridley very protective of their goaltender, as they should be. She's been a star for them tonight. Crossing the 40 save mark on the evening. And a huge reason the Tigers are tied late in this third period. Strom stick tied up. And the Rivs have it at the blue line. Randall plays it in. That one picked off by Ridley. And taken right back by Ava Strom. Broderick, cross ice, finds Styles. She shoots! That one off the shin pads of Linton and into the corner. Sharon stops, and the Rivs have it down low. Sharon taking it behind the net. Out front for Broderick. Broderick poking away at it as Cooper covers up. Cambridge struggling to get a clean shot off here on this power play. Reed coming onto the ice for the Rivulettes. Cambridge looking to run a play off this face-off. Watch for Broderick on the right side. Face-off one. Back to the blue line. Reed can't hold it in as it splits her and Strom. Reed possessing it in the neutral zone. She'll carry it in. Reed takes it down low. Stops. Hangs on. Back for Broderick. She gives it back. Reed circling. For Broderick. She shoots. Cooper with the save. The second save as Strom's put back doesn't get through. 19 seconds remain on the Rivulette power play. 7:56 left in the period. Tie game. hope you're all enjoying the new Heated Rivalry series out on Crave. Hope you had the chance to read the book out beforehand. I know we all did. A great hockey romance. Doesn't get much better than that. Reed, cross for Broderick. Broderick with the wrist shot. That's going to miss high and wide. A great look for Marin Broderick. We return to 5-on-5. Reed's shot poked away. Broderick will flip it in from the red line. 0 for 10 on the night for the Rivulettes on their power play. As Carswell picks it up down low. She'll get taken down, and the Rivulettes heading on their 11th power play. Ristori makes a move to her forehand. Ristori shot off into a pair of shin pads. Shot off the side of the net. Delayed penalty coming here against Ridley College. Miller in the slot. Leaves it for Ristori. Ristori's shot tipped up and out of play. And Cambridge will head on their 11th power play of the evening. 11th time's the charm, hopefully, for the Rivulettes. Greer Cooper having herself a night. Morgan Notting's third penalty of the evening going to be a 2-minute boarding call. 7 minutes remain. Rivulettes on another power play. Ristori across for Kim. Maddie Kim walking in. Shot along the ice. Tipped on by Miller. D'Angelo finds it in the slot. Shot off. Not through. Ristori along the ice. Miller can't quite get a tip on it. D'Angelo for Ristori. Ristori shot through. That one tipped on. Cooper with the save. D'Angelo taken down from behind. It's kept in by Kim. D'Angelo getting to her forehand. In for Kim, and that's going to slide just behind her. Miller picking up the loose puck in the corner. Kept in by D'Angelo. She tries to make a move. That one finds the stick of a Tiger, and it'll be sent down the ice by Maidai. 6:12 remaining. 1:10 left in the power play. Strom, the puck carrier. She'll take it all the way. Ava Stroman one-on-one, getting to her forehand. She leaves it for Reed. Reed on the one-timer. Cooper with the save. Bird's stick gets held with an open net. And the Tigers going to clear the zone once again. Beaksma out over net to play the puck. Reed will slow things down and begin from behind her net. 38 seconds left on this power play. Strom finds Sharon. Sharon cutting to the middle of the ice. She can't quite get a shot off. Kept in by Reed and sent into the near corner. The Tiger falls on the puck and it'll get blown down. Face-off coming inside the Ridley zone. 17 seconds left on the power play for Cambridge and just 5:17 left on the game clock. Quinn Carswell, the lone goal scorer for the Rivulettes tonight. Broderick comes onto the ice. Burton Reed at the blue line. One forward by Strom, who's sent around the boards and kept in by Burt. Burt can't quite keep it in for Reed. And that's going to do it for the Rivulette power play. Broderick in over the blue line. Tries to get to her forehand, but gets held up. And the Tigers unable to clear the zone. Apparently they did so, however. But it's brought in quickly by Notting. Styles there in defense. As Broderick finds Miller on the far boards. Emerson Miller has it taken off her stick. Neal down low. Out front. Miller can't get it. Broderick on the shot. And that one's going to hurt. As Ferre steps in the way and Neal carries it back in. She has Styles to her left. Neal taking it down low. Circling the net. Tries to slide it out front for Miller. But it's going to be picked up by Ferre. Juliana Ferre carries it into the zone. Gets her forehand. Shot off the post. Had Beeksma beat. But the post saves the day for Cambridge. Is that one going to head all the way down, and icing will be called with a face-off coming back down to the Cambridge zone. 4:04 left in this third period. Rivulettes tied in a 1-1 game here from Preston. Ridley College Tigers putting up a good fight, improved all game, and Greer Cooper has been sensational tonight. Neal unable to clear the zone. Morrissey in the slot. Stick lift from Neal to knock her off the puck. The Revs fight for it down low. A puck chipped out front. Miller will take it out of the scrum. And it's sent back in from the blue line. Sire on the dump in. That one played out front. Sire from the ring out line. Shut off and tipped wide. Bourgeois sending it towards goal. Picked up by May Camel. And the Revs trying to clear the zone. Bourgeois keeps it in. Beeksma just going to cover up. We'll get another face-off inside the Rivulettes end. 3:21 remaining in this third period. Face-off won by Cambridge. Carrier finds it in the far corner. Micah Carswell able to chip it in. Hillock pokes it forward. Quinn Carswell in the slot. Gets a backhand off. That misses high and wide. Carrier on the pinch able to keep it in, but Quinn can't find it. It's picked up by Dingwell. Here comes Ridley. Bring power up over the blue line. She gets taken down. Then Micah pokes it off the boards. Quinn with one to beat. Quinn Carswell in. Looking for her second. Makes a move. Can't quite find it. Micah down low. Trying to play it out front. It's picked up by Ridley. They'll flip it out of the zone. 2:30 remain in this third period. Full change for Ridley. Fresh legs on the ice. Kim trying to carry it in. That one sent out of the zone and all the way down the ice. Reed racing for the puck. That'll be blown down for icing, and we've got a face-off coming back down to the Ridley College zone. .2:15 remain. 1-1 deadlock. Port rings it in low for Reed. D'Angelo tries to get it out front for Neal. Reed from the ring out line. Shut off. Over the head of Cooper. Neal taking it back in. That one held up at the blue line, and the Revs will retry. D'Angelo's move knocked away into the far corner. She'll hang on to it. Broderick joining. D'Angelo flips it across the ice from Aaron Broderick. That one out front. Neal can't get a shot off. Back for Broderick. Broderick with shot. Into the pads of Cooper. She'll cover up once again. 1:33 left. Face off in the Ridley zone. Strom on the face-off. That one's going to be poked out of the zone, and Randall will have to race back. Sharon tips it up off the boards. Icing will be called on a face-off coming down to the Cambridge zone with 1:21 left in this third period. Try that again. Face off won by Ridley. Broderick fighting. That one squeaks out. Shot through. Sire's shot misses wide. Things getting physical here late in this game as we cross the 1 minute mark remaining in this third period. Sharon will pick it up on the near boards. And has it knocked off her stick as she tries to clear the zone. Sire bringing it back in. A shot on. Beeksma covers up. Face-off coming inside the Rivulettes end. 51 seconds left in the game. Tie game here from Cambridge. Cambridge held scoreless in the last 48 minutes of play. But we'll look to change that in the next 51 seconds. Carrier gets held up, heading into the boards. It's picked up by Miller. Emerson Miller now in a 2-on-2 with D'Angela. Tries to make a move to the middle of the ice. The Rivulettes with a delayed offside as they'll touch up. And there'll be a face-off coming outside the blue line. Miller, D'Angela, Stiles, Ristori, and Carrier on the ice for Cambridge. 36 seconds left. Tie game. Cambridge trying to find a way to get 3 points. Stiles unable to poke that one in, but D'Angelo does on second effort. Picked up by Dingwell. Laporte plays it back down into the corner. Tigers just trying to get to overtime. Sire taking into the boards. That one squeaks through a pair of legs. Ferre and Sire in on one-on-one. Sire in on Carrier. Gets past her. Sire's shot off, misses wide. 7 seconds remain. Ridley pressing. Dingwell towards goal. That one tipped on. Beeksma with the pad save. With 1 second left. It's a tie game, and it's looking like overtime, barring a miracle off the face-off here from Ridley. Beeksma with a great cross-crease save to keep this tied and hopefully send the Rivulettes to extra time. And as Miller wins the draw, that'll do it for regulation here from Cambridge, folks. As we head to this intermission, a reminder as always that tonight's intermission is brought to you by Drains or Us Plumbing, serving homes and businesses across the Kitchener-Waterloo region and Wellington County with fast and reliable service. Call 519-654-0007 for all your plumbing needs. That's 519-654-0007. Don't go anywhere. We'll start soon. Thank you for joining us for this overtime period brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling. Proudly servicing the Kitchener-Waterloo region and Wellington County. Call 519-230-FACE to reach a face you can trust. That's 519-230-3223. Here's where we stand. 1-1. 5-minute overtime period coming up. Quinn Carswell, the goal scorer for Cambridge. Vera McHamel, the goal scorer and the hero for the Tigers in that third period. Tying things at 1. As the puck's pulled out by Dingwell off the draw. Reed, Neal, and Kim start for the Rivulettes as Neal carries it into the offensive zone. It's 3-on-3, 5 minutes. Kim down low. She can't handle it. She gets pinned to the boards by Kara. Reed at the blue line, playing it into the far corner. Kim there, Neal there as well. Kim pinning it up to the boards. Neal pulls it out. Tries to slide it for Reed. That one's going to exit the zone. Carrying it into the wrist. Neal sliding it towards goal. And Cooper able to turn it aside as Reed was crashing the net. Out comes Juliana Ferre. Broderick onto the ice. Ferre gets by. 1-on-1. Ferre with a shot off. And Beeksma hangs tight. Ferre in the slot. Can't quite find it to her backhand. Broderick with an active step. Knocks it off. Out comes Miller. Miller bringing it back the other way. Has Broderick with her. Miller toe drag, shot off, misses wide. Miller going to take it into the neutral zone and regroup. D'Angelo brings it in over the blue line. Sadie D'Angelo shot off the helmet of Greer Cooper. And out of play. Good couple fast breaks there for the Rivulettes. They've been solid in extra time this season. Just one shootout loss for the Cambridge girls. They'll look to improve upon that tonight and pull out another overtime victory. Of course, we all remember the Rachel Burt game winner in Central York. They look to do that again. Broderick. Cross for D'Angelo. D'Angelo stops. Slows it down. Cross ice for Broderick. She can't handle it. And just play it down low. Miller in the corner finds the puck. She'll stop. Emerson Miller gets taken down. The arm goes up and the Rivulettes are going to head on a power play. And for the 12th time tonight, the Rivulettes find themselves up a man for 2 minutes. They'll head on a 4-on-3 with 3:15 left in this overtime period. Millard, and appears a timeout will be called by the Rivulettes. D'Angelo, Miller, Ristori, and Randall on the ice for Cambridge. Sire, Dingwell, and Notting on for Ridley. Cambridge with a 4-on-3 for the next 2 minutes. 0 for 11 on the night. Ristori picks it up, looking to change that here in heroic fashion. Ristori plays it across for Randall. She gives it back. And for D'Angelo. Back to Ristori. She gives it back. D'Angelo. Shut off. That misses high and wide. Ristori keeps it in. Back to Randall. Randall on the one-timer. It's going to be kicked aside. Ristori able to keep it in. A little help from Miller. And the Rivulettes still pressing. Dingwell. D'Angelo picks up the loose puck. Cuts to the slot. Ristori. She shoots. That one's off the side of Cooper and misses wide. Good chance there for the Rivulettes. Ristori right in her wheelhouse. Back for D'Angelo. D'Angelo's shot off. Tipped up and over the glass. A minute left in this power play for the Rivulettes. Face off inside the Ridley zone. Cambridge all over the Tigers goaltender tonight, but she's held strong and kept them in it. Neil, Kim, Reed, and Burt now on for Cambridge. Face off one. Reed walking the line. Plays it for Kim. Kim gives it back. Burt back for Reed. Reed shot off. That one's blocked. Will be picked up by Day. And out comes Ridley. May Camel just going to chip it in. The lone goal scorer for the Tigers tonight. There's Reed. Will skate with it from behind her net. Reese Reed cross ice. Finds Burt entering the zone. She'll stop. Burt for Kim. Kim to her forehand. Shot off. Finds the back of the net. Maddie Kim scores the game winner in Cambridge. Nobody shuts the Rivulettes down for 12 playoff plays. Cambridge takes home a huge 2 points after being unable to beat Cooper all night. The Rivulettes find the back. It's 2-1 Cambridge. Game over here from Preston. Thank you as always to our video production technician, Aaron Petro, our technical director, Matt Ford, and thanks to all of you at home for watching this Tuesday night edition of Hockey Night on Hamilton. We'll see you back here Friday, 7 p.m. Go Rivs!